Hi, my name's Robert, and welcome to the video series where we are transforming my friend John's 1997 Volvo 850R. We're replacing the engine, converting it to a manual, and doing several other upgrades and modifications. So, back at it, about to change the seals in this VVT hub and get that cracking. That's where that mark is right now, and we'll put that mark back there. So turn back, it's all the way back there. Turn forward, it's there. Now when you don't have this system connected with your tune, it's not necessary. It'll just lock itself like that and fly on. So that's what we're going to do. You can see that somebody's adjusted this timing on this thing, so we could correct this, but it's really not necessary. Not on a car that's not going to have a VVT tune. I stand corrected. We are doing VVT tune and VVT harness. So we're going to try to center this so we can have an adjustment in our timing when we move on. So we'll keep that in mind. This cam seal is very dry, so I doubt that one was leaking. Don't know if it had ever been serviced before, but we're going to go ahead and replace it since we're here. Got this hub on in time center so we can have some adjustment room if necessary. And we're pulling this crank pulley because we have a seal for that. Got a puller on it. There we go. Got that crank seal installed. Pull that tool out and we are good to go. Time to put that pulley back on. And here's a good view of the crank marks cut into the crank gear there, those two little notches. And again, they are equal with this piece right here of the crank pulley. We got the block cleaned off, easy with the cover and stuff off. We got the cover glued back together and on, secure. Got the idler on, water pump gasket in place. Gonna bolt the water pump on and keep moving forward. Might have been nice to do a live video of this, but I put something under there to hold the belt against the crank pulley. I came up here, pulled it tight across there, tight across here, down under the water pump. It was hanging halfway off the water pump. Then I was able to move the tension over to get it up over there. So the timing belt is on. I need to put this crank bolt on because I don't want that pulley walking around. And I can put the cover up there to verify that my marks is where they need to be for my cover. We're going to pull the cam locking tool off and roll the timing over. Rolled the timing over a few times. Timing marks lined back up. Tension stayed where it needed to be, so we are good to go. We're ready to fire this engine up. Well, maybe not. Got some other stuff to do. We got the drill bit in from Amazon, 11 millimeter, and stepped that hole in so we could get this disc in there to sit all the way on the back of the cam, and it's done. We're going to clean it out. Got that sensor pickup on, got that plug in there, got a cam seal replaced behind that. We are cooking with grease. Next up, oil cooler. We got a new oil cooler, seals, and hoses. Getting ready to wire wheel some of this stuff just to clean the old crud off of it. So it's good to use your safety glasses. All right, so we got the oil cooler on. When I snugged that oil cooler down, I didn't realize that this line here was closer to the engine block and the oil cooler was pressed up against it. So I got to watch that when you're doing that. Next, we're going to get the brackets back on so we can lift the engine up, set it down on something so we could deal with the rear main seal and clean this thing up so it can be ready for the transmission mount. I just noticed that our wastegate actuator cannot be adjusted properly because there's no tension on it keeping it closed. So we need to take this thing, crack this loose, turn this 2 full revolutions and then drop it down on the wastegate actuator. Let me go ahead and adjust this while I'm thinking about it. This wastegate actuator falls right down on there at the setting it has right now. So I'm going to turn this in 2 times. 1, 2, and that'll leave it looking like that. Let me put some light on it. And sometimes it's good to check with your tuner, see if there's a preset. So there it is at 2 turns. Your tuner may have a different preset for it. It may be 3, 3.5. We have the transmission open, the bolts are out, and we're about to drop in a quafe, folks.
On the cardboard box.
There you are, the buildup on the magnet that's in there. We got the quafe installed, torqued down. We're cleaning up the surface around it so we can make it back together and put it together. When I pulled the transmission apart, this piece here actually came out of the transmission, and I had to maneuver that around to get that back in. Maybe next time I pop a transmission open, I'll show you guys that. That was a little scary. We got the quafe in, the gearing set up. We're going to check it for debris and make this thing together when I return tomorrow. So I'm going to tap out for tonight and pick up tomorrow close to noon. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.